your soul, open your heart, open 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 your soul, Jayarade. Open your heart, open your soul, 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 Jayarade. Open your heart, open your soul, open your heart, open your soul, open your heart, open your soul, Jayarade.
Aloha. Good evening. This is Andrew Aloha live on freeconferencecall.com and also YouTube. Establish and maintain right relationships in human bodies. Aloha and welcome to tonight's Golden Age Psychic Show. Tonight, and just to let you know, the Golden Age Psychic Show, you get free mini readings every, and we're working on doing this every Friday. Right now, we're just kind of working with it. This show is a community-based outreach program to help people help themselves, reaching out to people from all over the world. The Golden Age Psychic Show is a unique and rare experience that has been running for over 7 years. It is composed of a panel of psychics, usually 2 to 5 people with various gifts and talents from all over the world, mostly the United States, doing round-robin style readings for people from all over the world. There's no service charge to participants, and it's free. So, find out what potential famous person you may have been in another life. Are any of your relatives with you in spirit form now? Is your knee, back, or arm injury related to some kind of karmic tie with your parents? What lies ahead for you now? Be brave and ask your questions. The answers may surprise you. And tonight, we do have Reverend Marietta White, all the way out of New York. Aloha, Reverend Marietta.
Aloha, everyone.
And thank you for being here.
Hopefully you all call in. We can get some information for you. We'd love to talk to you.
You can get a hold of Reverend Marietta at MariettaWhite69@gmail.com. World-renowned psychic medium Reverend Marietta White specializes in spirit guides, careers and goals, money and finance, love and relationships, and UFO field investigations. Having seen and communicated with spirits since she was a young girl, she now offers these gifts to others through psychic readings, investigations, classes, healings, and more. As a clairvoyant and clairsentient, she channels intuitive messages with clear sight into the past, present, and future. Her messages are always delivered with a caring heart and calming voice. Reverend White also has the ability to communicate with deceased loved ones and offer messages to those who are seeking closure and validation of everlasting life. And then we also have Ambika Devi at www.chicadelasdellas.com, and ChicaDelasTrellas.com. Aloha, Ambika.
Aloha, Andrew. And aloha to everybody listening. An even easier way to get in touch with me is just my name, ambikadevi.com.
Okay, good.
Or even Ambika's Wisdom, so AMBIKAWISDOM.com.
Okay.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I look forward to answering everybody's questions.
Oh, awesome. And just to let you know, Ambika Devi is a lifelong yogini. And she is also a master astrologer, author, publisher, professor, ceremonialist, musician, visual artist, yoga next educator, guild certified tarot grandmaster, and creative dreamer. Her pockets are filled with multiple degrees and years of teaching. Her teaching is built on years of rich training in a multitude of yoga and meditation styles. She uses breathing, sound, writing, drawing, and meditation techniques to inspire the realization of being happy, feeling healthy, and being full of vitality. And we're going to come back and talk to you guys here in a little bit. Wait, time out. I almost forgot.
The recording has started.
I think I forgot something, Nima. Anyhow, and we're going to come back and talk to you guys here in a little bit. What I really want to do right now is talk to give a big aloha to all of our underwriters to help make this show happen from week to week, month to year to year, beginning with the 90-day Ascension Journey at www.90dayascensionjourney.com. When you sign up for the 90-day Ascension Journey, you will be facilitated with defining and redefining your soul true life purpose. You will be assisted with finding out what Ascension means to you. On this journey, you will be provided with tools, techniques, and assistance to empower you to connect and reconnect with yourself, your emotions, and feelings, in your mind, body, and spirit. Through a universal soul center process, you will be going through a lifelong transformation that will allow you to move forward with your endeavors and never look back if you dare. And then we also have a novate at www.spiritualimage.productions.anovate.com. And that's a French word spelled ANOVITE.com. With over 25,000 scientific research papers published on colostrum, a 90-day guarantee, and winner of the Healthy Living People's Choice Award twice over, Anovate focuses on helping people with weight loss, anti-aging, heart disease, diabetes, depression, high blood pressure, asthma, allergies, rheumatoid arthritis, inflammation, gout, lupus, fibromyalgia, Crohn's disease, cancer, ulcers, the poliovirus, chronic infectious digestive disorders, Alzheimer's disease, autoimmune disease, thymus gland, mental clarity, maintenance and protection of the immune system, synthesis and repair of RNA and DNA, and more. And again, you can just go to www.spiritualimageproductions.anovate.com for more on that. So anyhow, we also have Maha Dakini Lore at www.mahadakini.com. Maha Dakini Lore's life has been a personal journey exploring sexuality and spirituality for over 20 years. She's a certified tantric counselor and tantric healer and a certified mind sound teacher. Maha Dakini Lore is also a graduate of Margot Non's year-long sky dancing concert facilitator training program, as well as a current member of the American Association of Sex Educators Club, Counselors and Therapists Club, and also a charter member of the Association of Sexual Energy Professionals. She regularly attends the trainings and conferences to keep current with the latest research and information on sexual education. And if you kind of missed some of this, or you didn't catch it, you can go to spiritualimageproductions.com, spiritualimageproductions.com. On the left-hand side, there's a link that says the Golden Age Psychic Show. That'll take you to the page that I'm on right now, the promo page where I'm at. That'll give you all the information that I just put out to you, including information on Reverend Marietta White and also Ambika Devi. So again, you can all links and everything is there, so you can just check it out from there. So anyhow, tonight, and I've been working with this show. It's going through some adjustments, so I'm just kind of working with it. And so I want to go ahead and we have a couple of special guests tonight. Tammy. Now, Tammy, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Tammy, how in the heck are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Very good. Now, Tammy, where do you live at? What state?
Well, I'm currently in Virginia.
Virginia. Okay. And because I talked to a couple of some people, and then Tammy expressed that she wanted to get a reading tonight. I said, well, why don't you just come on the show and let's get you a reading? So that's what we're gonna do. And then we also have Mila. Is Mila here? Or excuse me, Jennifer. Jennifer,
Yes.
are you here?
Yes.
Now, Jennifer, you're all the way out in Vegas. Is that correct?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. No, and we're going to do a nice reading for you. Since we're all backed up and there's so many people lined up on our show tonight, we're going to definitely get you a good reading. Now, let me ask you this: who do either of you want to go first, or does it matter, or how do you guys want to do this? Anybody? Any volunteers?
I'll go first. I'll
You,
go first.
you want to go first, Jennifer? Okay. So let's go ahead and bring you on, and we're gonna go ahead and do a reading for you. Now, have you had readings done before, Jennifer?
Yes, I have.
You have, and what's been your experience with these readings before?
I find sometimes it can be helpful. And give clarity. But sometimes I wonder, like, if like where the source is coming from, if it's coming from a good source or not. Like, I sometimes wonder about that, and sometimes I wonder if people's like opinions can somehow get in there. But um,
So now,
I overall, I try to go by referrals or people that like I know are supposed to be good. Sometimes when you call these like hotlines, you never know what you're gonna get.
right? Now, Jennifer, can you do me a favor and speak up? Can you project some so we can hear you better? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take you off. Maybe if I take you off speaker.
Okay, let's go ahead and try that.
By taking you off of speaker, that way. Did you hear anything that I said?
Are you off the speakers now?
Yeah.
Okay. It seems to be. I don't know if you're wearing earbuds or just on your phone, but that seems to be a little bit better to me. That's what it sounds like.
Okay. Did you hear what I said before?
Better. Yeah. We heard you. It was just a little bit faint, and so I wanted to bring you up to a louder volume there now. So now, Jennifer.
I pretty much believe in it. I pretty much believe in it, but like I don't know. I mean, it's just sometimes though you can take whatever like you hear. Sometimes you can read into it, and then like maybe you assume like if something happens in your life that it's connected to that, and maybe it has nothing to do with it. But that's what sometimes puts me.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, reading into stuff too much.
Because yeah, I hear you. No, because I mean I've had people come back to me like literally 4 years later, and they go, you remember that reading that you did for us? No, yeah, it all came true. I said, oh, good. Well, I hope it was a good thing, right? But it was like that. It was so. Now, when you did readings and when you got readings, were they with people in person or like one of these psychic networks places, or both?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had good experience in the network with one lady, but then when she wasn't available, then I did it with other people, and I didn't feel like I had the same connection. So I think you just have to. I mean, sometimes you can find good ones on there, but the really good ones might not last long because they might end up going and working on their own and making more money.
All right. Well, and I don't know all that stuff, but so Jennifer, are you okay with me getting your birth date from you? Are you okay with that?
Yeah. October 7, 1974.
74. Okay. So now, do you have a specific question or questions you want to ask, or just kind of general thing, or what? How do you want to do this?
Well, I am kind of like confused about whether I should rent a house out that my dad passed away a year ago or a year and a half ago, and he left me a house, and I'm trying to decide if I should rent it out or sell it and move to California to be with a boyfriend that I really like, but I don't know him well enough. Like, we haven't lived together before, so it would be making a big move, and I know I could stay with him for a little bit and test it out, but it's super expensive in California, and I'm also having to pay rent here in Vegas, and it's just very confusing. Like, I would like some ideas about, like, maybe,
Okay.
you know, what to do with that.
I hear you. So you just got involved with a boyfriend not too long ago. Is what I hear. Your father passed away about a year ago. So, and I remember you told me that you went to his house and cleaned it up and got it ready to either rent or sell. And now you're back in Las Vegas.
I'm still fixing it up. I'm still.
Oh, you are. You're still working on the house. Okay. All right. I hear you. And so you want and now you're the boyfriend. Does he want you to move in, or how does he feel about that part?
He would love for me to come out there, but he lives in an apartment, and I've been in the houses for a long time because I've been in Arizona and Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But in California, houses are not so cheap, and so he's been in an apartment, and he might have to move if the guy sells the building, but he doesn't know because, like, it could be. I mean, it could be a while before the guy wants to sell the building, but he might be able to buy the building, you know, from the guy. So, but he'd have to have other people come in and help him buy it. But, like, it's just ridiculous rent out there. I mean, like, I just hate how expensive it is out there. And so I'd have to really downsize a lot and live in his apartment. Or we'd have to move into another place and pay twice as much to live somewhere. And it's just, like, for him, that would be, like, for both of us, it would be a big drain, but financially, if we had to move into another place. So, it's very frustrating because, like, you know, he's in that area of the world, like, his apartment's a great deal, and everyone would love to have it for the price he pays. But for me, it's like, are you kidding me? Like, I'd rather have a, you know, a nicer place. And in Arizona, I'm used to, I mean, cost of living in these other places, so I've had houses. I've lived in houses, you know, so.
Right. Okay.
It's
So
kind of frustrating.
I hear you. So, Reverend Marietta, go ahead. What do you got for Jennifer here?
Okay, Jennifer. Well, the first thing I got with you is I think you already kind of know what you really want to do. You do like the guy. You're really interested in him. But I keep getting this negative feel with you that you really aren't into this move. And what I feel is, like, one of the reasons I feel the way I do is because I'm picking up a lot of psychic energy around you. So you have some abilities. You are very good at your intuition and your clairvoyance, and you are already telling yourself what you really feel you should do. So you're kind of trying to override it by saying, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to live there, but you're telling yourself you don't want to live there. The message you're hearing is, I don't really want to live there. If you go out there with this guy, he may be a great guy, but you're not going to be very happy from the, you know, unless you really change your whole viewpoint about the whole thing. And I don't see that happening. I feel you're happy where you are.
I hear you, and you know, right now, Reverend Marietta, I'm putting together her chart, both the soul chart and the personality chart, and she has Pisces in her chart, in her soul chart. So her sun is in Pisces. Actually, it's on the cusp between Pisces and Aries, and then her Saturn is in Gemini, and then Jupiter is in Pisces. In her personality chart, it's in Pisces retrograde, but in her soul chart, it's in Pisces direct, which means, and you're right, that she's got a lot of psychic ability herself if she wants to tap into that, but whether she does or doesn't is a whole different story. So I hear exactly what you're saying. Now, is there anything else that you want to add to that, Reverend Marietta?
Well, I feel she needs to think about if she were to move out there, and Jennifer, I'm talking to you, not just to him. If you were to move out there, I feel that that's a whole life change for you. You're changing everything. but you're changing it on the basis of not really knowing someone you're going to move out there with. I feel like you need to take a little time, not get in a big hurry. Take some time and really get to know this guy a lot more before you make that big decision. Your dad's house is going to be fine either way you go. He's okay with that. So if you want to rent it out, that's fine, or if you want to sell it, that's fine. But what the bottom line is, you really got to know, do you really want to be with this guy enough that you want to give up everything to be with him? And right now, you don't really know him all that well. So I feel you need to take some more time and really get to know him more and get, he's going to be there. If he's the one, he'll still be there 6 months from now. But you need to really get to know him and understand what it is you really want. Sit down and write down your pros and cons of this move, because this is a big move for you, and it could be disastrous if you don't do the right move at the right time. And it feels to me like you are so unsure of this move that it's almost like your gut is saying, no, I don't really want to move. So that would be what I would take with you. And yes, I feel like you have a lot of psychic abilities around you that you might want to work on them a little bit to get that working a little better for you, so you can make really good decisions about things in your future, because you have a lot that you can work with. You already know you have it. I don't know if you really do anything with it, but I feel like you already know you have this sense about things. So start listening to yourself, listening to what the messages are that are coming to you. So I'll leave you with that.
Okay, and thank you very much, Reverend Marietta.
Thank you. Can I just add something?
Go ahead.
I forgot to say that the reason why the only reason why I would move out there and he would move out to Arizona or something is because he has a young child. So he is not, like, the child lives with the mother, but, in order for him to be close to the child, he has to live in that area. Otherwise, he would move in a heartbeat. So I just wanted to add that in.
Okay.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's just that you have to know about you.
Right.
So, Ambika, Devi, what do you got? What are you picking up?
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
It's so clear, to us listening to you talk about it and also tuning into it, and you really know that just right now you're in a place of stillness, and you're really being thoughtful about how do I want to invest my resources of myself and my material possessions. And the whole joining together right now, it's the timing. It's not that it can't happen in the future. It's just that where he lives, the situation the way it is, it's not going to make you happy, and you already know that. And there are things that you've been finding going through the mind that are showing there's a lot of repetitive thought about this going on, and a lot of what you're thinking about and the long range plan is right. It's just that the right now doesn't need any rash movement. And the key thing that you shared with us that even, came out of you, and it's exactly how I feel about it, is the excess expense to be put into it for something, for a tiny, you're used to a kingdom, and you're, going down to an apartment. So, to have to go to all that expense for it, just flat out would not make you happy, and you're not ready to pack up all your stuff and move there into that. And it has no disrespect to the relationship or the fact that the relationship is moving in the right direction, but sometimes people have to take care of what was already going on in their lives before they can just fully join together and move into that level of living together. And I say it'd be best for everybody to just kind of hold off until you can afford what would make you happy. I'm also curious if there is a possibility of more west, but maybe not exactly there. That just kind of comes through for me. Do you have any questions about that?
Well, he has considered moving we will look at some places when I go visit him around Thanksgiving. But anything out there in that part of the world is so expensive. Where he is, he's only paying $1,200 a month for his apartment, which is such a steal, and his rent never went up because he's friends with the landlord. But if he wants to get the same apartment somewhere else, it's probably going to be like $3,000 or something, or more. Because even a one-bedroom apartment is $2,500 out there. But if we were to look farther away, I mean, it could work. It's just I mean, everything's going to be expensive, and he would have to want to move and give up his apartment, and he's not really ready for that. Yeah.
No, that's why I just don't think it's the timing right now, because there's too many things that are holding each of you in the moment. So be patient. It's not that far away. You don't have to jump into playing house so quick.
So now,
what else? What about your creativity? I pick up a lot of creative energy.
Well, that's another thing. Is like I thought, like we could do this. We could like do something like a business together, or like we could help inspire each other in that department because he's very creative too. And I want to try to cut down on my expenses and share with someone, not just have to come up with everything for myself. And I thought it would help if we were living together. But it's unfortunately in that part of the world, then everything costs more money, so it's just kind of ridiculous.
Well, you'd have to be it's really in you, can I downsize to that extreme? And what I feel is no. That's where you are right now. How you are tomorrow, that you may wake up different because we had this conversation. But in all honesty, you're not ready, willing, and able to do that. It wouldn't make you happy right now. So
yeah, because I was going to move to Arizona. My plan originally was to move into Arizona, and then as soon as I met him and started a relationship with him, then all of a sudden Arizona became like not an option anymore, because where I'm living now, I could just stay here, and then because I don't want to move to Arizona and then move to California. That makes no sense. So now I'm just like planning on staying where I'm at until I know what else to do. But it's kind of crazy that I was planning on moving to Arizona and now I'm not, just because of this guy. But he's special, so he's like, like I'm really special and really picky and like complicated, and I think that he would like fit into that a little bit more than the average person.
So
yeah, I vote for that as well, definitely. I give that 10 stars out of 10. So come together right now in the early phase of the relationship. There's some cleanup that needs to happen from the past. So in your own personal lives, just to get more stabilized so you can be more available for the other one. So, when you look back on it, you'll be grateful for the bumpy ride for a bit, and it's an adventure.
So does anyone get that Arizona is not an option anymore?
I
think it's 6. I think it's,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. In 6 months' time, you'll see it. You're just sort of in a love haze about it right now.
Yeah. Yep, that's
You're
exactly.
Getting over it.
I agree 100% with Ambika, Devi, and also Reverend Marietta as well, Jennifer. I'm looking at both your charts, your soul chart and also your personality chart. First of all, Saturn went into Sagittarius in December 2014. The middle of that energy was literally June of 2016. Was that pretty stressful for you, that time frame, Jennifer? Do you remember that?
My dad passed away in May 4th, 2016.
Okay, so that was very stressful for you. So now what's getting ready to happen is Saturn is going to go into Capricorn, and you might even want to write this down, Jennifer. December 21st, 2017 of this year, Saturn is going to go into Capricorn. When that is over, when that transitions, you're going to go through a shift. You're going to go through a shift, and I think you're probably even going to be changing your mind about some things, maybe a lot of things, I don't know. But I have the feeling that you're going to be changing Now, and this is the question I really need to ask, Jennifer. If he didn't have this kid, this daughter or this son or whatever, would he actually move in with you? Or would he move?
Yeah, he would love to move. He didn't have to stay there because everything costs so expensive.
But do you hear what I'm saying? You know, I love kids too, and I appreciate them. But come on, they're gonna run my life. When does that happen? Really?
And he's very involved. He's very involved with
Yeah, but he needs, and maybe, and I don't know, maybe I don't want to put you against the kid, but you know, what does he really want? What does he really want? You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
even
but
if you're gonna be a backseat, if you move over there, you're gonna be a backseat to this kid. Period. I've seen it happen before, many times. And that's okay, but I'm not interested in being backseat. If I'm in love with somebody, hell no, they're not gonna make me backseat to their kid. It's not gonna happen. I'm not even gonna go there. You hear what I'm saying?
Well, I don't, but I guess I look at it differently because I always wanted kids and I never got any. So for me, I would like to have the experience with him and his son.
Okay, and you want to share that with him. So as long as he's not making you backseat to the kid, then yeah, if you're sharing that experience with him and with the kid, then that can be a beautiful experience and it can be pretty awesome. And I don't have anything against it. But you're going to want to really dig deep and find out for sure. And because if that's happening, he's going to keep doing that for the rest of your relationship with him. I already know it. I don't have any doubt in my mind about it. And do you really want to be a backseat to a kid? So anyhow, I looked at that whole thing. I'm looking at both your charts. Now the good news is all this stuff, this muck, is going to be over in summertime of next year. During the summertime, I did a card spread, and the outcome is everything's going to be resolved. And I concur with both Ambika and Reverend Marietta that you should wait till after December. At the very minimum, wait till after December before you make any decisions at all. Period. And then when the shift takes place, you're going to see clear what's happening, what's going on, and what's real and what's not. Okay. And that's what you really want, Jennifer, is to be real with yourself. Be real with him, and everything's going to be fine. Now, one of the things that I can recommend to you, Jennifer, is that you write him a letter. Nobody sees this letter except you and the universe, and that's it. You tell him everything. I'd like to do this. I'd like to do that, and I don't like this. And now, what are your intentions with him right now, Jennifer? I want to ask that.
Oh, well, I was thinking that if things work out the way I think they could, is that we could get married and we can maybe do business together and have a lot of fun.
Okay. Okay, those are good intentions, but you just don't know where. You don't know in Vegas or Arizona or California, and that's the dilemma.
I know he can't come out to Vegas, and I don't want to be in Vegas long, anyways. Like I've never really thought Vegas is my home.
Okay.
And I never really wanted to move back to Arizona. I was only moving back there because I had a house, and so it was paid off, and I was thinking that it would help my cost of living, and I could start doing creative things without so much stress for making money. I mean, I still need to make money, but it would help free me so I could be more creative and do the things that I've always wanted to do. So, anyways, I don't really want to move to these places, but I mean, I just want to be by this guy. I really want to be by him. It's just so expensive out there. It complicates everything.
Okay. So now, let me see. And also Pisces is going to be in the middle of its energy next year, and also 2019. I'm going to tell you, and you might want to write these dates down, Jennifer, because You're going to see what I'm talking about. They're
I
it's
see.
going to be very healing for you. You already have a lot of healing stuff that's been coming through, but Pisces literally is going to be in the middle of its energy, April 3rd, 2018. That's going to be a big month for you, Jennifer. And I mean, really big month. And you're going to see. I don't know what you know about the paranormal, but it's going to be very, very paranormal. I think is a good word for it. Creatively paranormal. I think that's a good phrase. Just major things are going to happen. Probably miracles. I don't know, but major things are going to go on during that month, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. Now, this is what I would suggest you do. Jennifer, put all your stuff in storage as much as you can, and move to Arizona, to the house there, and then rent out the other 2 rooms or the other room or whatever. Just rent it out, and then that way it'll give you time to regroup, reorganize, and restructure, and then get a real good feel with this guy. I think there's things that I'm sensing, I'm picking up that there's things about him that you need to understand and know that you're going to want to work with. So it's going to be very helpful to really get to know him before you even move in with him. Because when you move in with a person, that's when you really get to know people. That's when you really get to know them, right? So, and I'm not discouraging you. If you feel like you got to move to California, then you got to move to California. I'm not going to argue with you about that. But I think a plan of action that would be safe and secure and allow you to be in your creative nature would be to move to Arizona, and then wait, kind of get a feel for the house and the neighborhood and everything. And then if everything's working out fine, then you can move to California. If he wants to buy that place, but that's a huge decision making process right there, huge. So if he's going to buy that whole building, then and maybe you might want to be in on it. I don't know, but it'll keep you out of the limelight until he makes up his mind one way or another. So because for you to move over there just because the building's getting there ready to sell and they got to get rid of the building or whatever, that's not a good reason. Okay, I don't believe it's a really good reason at all. Not even close. So it's his again. It's his responsibility. And then that again, to be rushed into any decision like that, major decision like that, is not helpful. It's not good. That's a big red flag. That's what I see. So again, that'll give you time to regroup, reorganize, and then you don't have to worry about paying rent. And then you can be getting additional rent by renting out the other room or rooms, and then go from there. Now, you can either rent out that room, some of the rooms through Airbnb, or you can if things are starting to get better and you decide you want to move to California, then at least you'll have some backup, some income as a backup, just in case something happens. So and then from there you can either take a few months to get to know him more and then figure out this house. And if you feel like, well, no, I got to sell this house, then it shouldn't be hard to clean up. Just clean it up, move out, and then move in with him, and then sell the house, and then go from there. But right now, I think I think jumping into this, it may lead to another disaster, and I don't even want to empower that or focus upon that. I don't even want to go there. But being real with yourself is really crucial for right now, especially with all this shifting around going on. Does that make sense to you, Jennifer?
Yeah.
And I do get, again, summer, this is all going to blow over. So right now, just taking the time to just ease into all this, and everything is going to be cleared up and resolved next summer. I kid you not. Does that make sense to you? You'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay, that's good to hear. Wait, what did you say happened in June of 2016, or something ended in 2016? Because I couldn't hear you.
June 2016, Saturn was in the middle of its energy in Sagittarius. So there was a lot of people were going through a lot of stress, and Saturn in Sagittarius has really put people under quite a bit. I mean, not like death, but just causing all kinds of problems. That whole lesson plan is going to end in December 21st of this year. So you're going again. So this.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that June 2016 was right in the middle of this long window?
You started the lesson. You started this lesson plan in December 2014. The middle of it was June 2016, and it ends this December. So now December. No.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear because it has been very crazy the last.
I hear you, and that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's been really harsh, and so December. In fact, for December, I would plan on attending a nice big gala or just party or something. But Christmas, December, New Year's, and whether it be with your lover or whatever, I would plan on having a nice big vacation or whatever of season gala, whatever you want to call it. But I would have lots of fun, and then you're going to see probably other sides of this guy that you might actually like or maybe not like. I don't know, but probably like. And things are going to loosen up quite a bit in December. Things are going to shift, and then you'll be able to get some clear picture in terms of what's going to happen thereafter. And then you're going to have a window from now. I can say I'm looking at the cards again, and there's stuff that's going to be coming down the pike between now and springtime. Okay, now and May. So the letter that I told you about, you might want to write to him, and you don't send it, you burn it and let it go. You offer it up to the universe. I offer this up to you and blessing the universe. Thank you very much. Amen, and burn it. And you put in your intentions. You put your intentions, things you like about him, things you don't like, and then also boundaries. Joe Schmo, I want to move in with you, but it has to be under the guise of right, healthy relationship. Blah, 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 blah. Like that. So you're creating a contractual agreement with the universe that will support you in whatever's going to transpire between you and this guy, and your life, and your career, and whatever else. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do you understand it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Let me see. And again, 2019, next year, and also 2019 are going to be big years in the area of healing, paranormal healing. If you take anything from me, paranormal healing is a good mantra for you to take with you. Okay.
That's awesome. That is good news.
Okay, and then, now the business aspect of you, your North Node is in Sagittarius, but in your personality chart it's direct, but in your soul chart it's retrograde, which means you're going to have to apply yourself more than the other guy to do business, and it's actually a good direction for you, either working with business, other cultures, health, transportation systems, or whatever. But either way, whatever you do, you're going to have to apply yourself more because the retrograde makes it a little bit gives it more friction. So that means you're in the right direction. You just have to apply yourself more. Does that make sense?
When does the retrograde end?
Oh, I don't know. When I did the soul chart, it was retrograde on that day. On that day, Sagittarius was retrograde. So that doesn't matter when, we're talking about a specific day that it was retrograde, and that's the energy that I'm reading for you, for your soul life purpose, for your true life purpose stuff. Does that make sense to you?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. You said it was the day that you did the reading. You mean another day that's other than today?
Yeah, no. Jennifer, I did a chart on your birthday, the day that you came out of the womb. And then I did another chart on the soul chart is the day that the soul connects with the fetus, which is about 3 to 4 weeks after the day of conception. So I went ahead and psychically grabbed that date, and then I did the chart for that date. And on that date, which now literally when you turn when I do the personality chart, most people outgrow that chart between the ages of 18 through 25. They plateau, And then around 28, 29 years old, I kid you not, they go through a shift, a huge shift. Most women get married or have kids or something of the sort. Can you remember what happened to you when you were 28, 29 years old, Jennifer?
Yeah.
What was that a major shift for you?
My life has been one major shift, but I think I can remember, like moving to Las Vegas from San Diego at that time.
Okay. And then Jennifer, literally since then, your life has gotten not any easier at all. Is that correct?
No.
It's been a lot. It's been harder, right? It's more difficult.
Right.
That just means that you got more to learn because you got more to offer. No big deal. Okay. And Jennifer, with that in mind, I give you permission to be a failure, and I also give you permission to be a success. They go hand in hand with each other. So I give you permission to do both. And I give you permission to move wherever you want to. And I give you permission to hang out with this guy however you want to. And I give you permission to just make your life work the way you want it. Does that make sense to you, Jennifer?
Yeah.
Okay? Isn't that
But
easy?
I'm still stuck on the...
Don't give me no buts. There's no buts. There's no buts. If you take another mantra... Okay, go ahead.
I want to understand the retrograde that you said. I want to understand.
Okay. The soul chart date, which I got, was 21 March 1974. On that date, your North Node, which is the Destiny planet, was in Sagittarius retrograde. That's all. I can't control the planets in terms of how they move or don't move. Or maybe I can. I don't know. But it's sure going to be a lot of effort. That's all I got to say. But anyhow, Sagittarius was retrograde on that day, on that particular day. That's all. Which means, again, you're in the right direction with business. That's okay. You just have to apply yourself more, or you're going to want to apply yourself more to really make it work, because that's what's going to make it happen. Does that make sense?
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
You hear what I'm saying? And again, there are things you pray and meditate, right?
I do, but not enough.
Oh, no, well, it does. I mean, it is what it is. But what I'm saying is there's okay. Does this guy, does he have blonde hair down to his shoulders?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, well, it's growing, but I don't know if it's down to his shoulders yet. It's like growing though. It's like grow past his ears. Okay.
I'm not even going to say that. I'm not going to read that card to you, because it's inevitable. It's necessary for you to make up your own mind. Listen to your heart. And Jennifer, whenever you're confused about anything or anyone, it's because you're not in your heart space. So you do whatever it takes to get in your heart space and stay there, and then make up your decision about what you want to do. Whether it be jogging, walking, hot yoga, praying, meditating, or whatever. Getting drunk. Some people get in their heart space by getting drunk. If it works, don't fix it. It's like that. So always make your decisions when you're in your heart space. That's the best time to make them. And whatever it takes for you to do that. And Jennifer, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to really want to focus and stay focused for the next several weeks, next several months, till summertime of next year. Actually, through the winter time, more so through the winter time, because there's stuff coming down the pike that that you might not like, but it's not like it's going to be a huge ordeal. It's just going to be focusing on getting through, just letting it fly by, go with the flow, go with the flow. If you take another mantra from me, go with the flow. That's another one you're going to want to take from me. All right. For the next several weeks till March, if things are going to get maybe stressful is a good word, but I think maybe intense. Might be and it's not going to be like June of last year, but it is going to get intense within the next several weeks until March, and then you're going to go through the springtime of cleaning house and taking care of business, and then summertime. I don't know if you got a vacation plan for the summer, but you're probably going to want to take a vacation, at least a week or so, something like that, or a weekend or something. Just go out and play and have fun. Because everything's going to be resolved and cleared up between now and May of next year. Does that make sense?
Okay, I really appreciate it. Till
Okay.
May of next year.
Yep. So you got some homework to do. You got stuff to do. just take care of you, Jennifer. If anything else, just take care of you, and you'll be fine. Does that make sense?
That's what I'll do. I'm not going to rush to move. I'm just going to figure things out. Like, I'm just going to let things... I'm not going to be rushing so much. Like, yeah, before I was, like, thinking about keep your costs down and make a decision, but now I'm just going to take my time.
There you go. Applaud. Bravo. Good job. So I'm very proud of you. Your dad is proud of you as well. He's here, of course, with us. He has a nice smile. He's a jolly guy, jolly old guy. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has like really short hair, like a farmer type of guy. So
not a farmer, but.
Well, I mean, his hair is like short like a farmer. But anyhow, I think he's very content and very grateful for this whole thing that's going on right now with you. So, and I think he's grateful that you've been working, you've taken the house, the responsibility of that, taking care of that, and so now work with it, make it work for you, and you'll be fine.
Thank you.
Okay, Jennifer. Thank you very much, and God bless, and good luck with all that.
Okay.
Now, if Jennifer, if you want to stay on, I'm going to do a karma and cords and ties clearing. Did you do a clearing with your ex, the other boyfriend or the other partner?
No. What do you mean a clearing?
Like, did you clear your energy in his face? Remember the letter that I told you to write this guy? You're going to want to write that same a letter to this other guy that you broke up with, the other partner.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I have a few letters to write, probably.
Right. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Take that time to do that and clear yourself, because then the doors that you want to open are going to open. You hear what I'm saying? Once you, it's like a puzzle. Once you fit one puzzle part in, one piece in, then the rest start to fit in. So it's going to be just like that. So you're going to want to do that for sure. I'm going to. Tammy, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Tammy, thank you for being here, and thank you very much, Jennifer. Again, if you want to stay on, I'm going to do a karma and cords and ties clearing, and also an alignment with your soul. I've been practicing with that, and Reverend Marietta knows about my programs. People do sessions, treatments, affirmations, prayers. I just call them programs. And I come up with, I don't know, new ones hit me all the time. I get new ones, every month or every once, 2 or 3 months. Yeah, I'll get a new one, and then I'll work with it. So anyhow, my latest one is an alignment with your soul. So if you stick around, Jennifer, we'll get you aligned with your soul.
Yeah, I'll stick around.
And then Tammy, just the same with you. When we're done with you, we're going to go ahead and do that if you want to plug in on that. So Tammy, thanks for being very patient with us and listening in. Now, have you had readings before? Have you done readings before, Tammy?
I've had a couple.
Okay, good. And those were in person. They were with psychic networks or something, or what was going on?
I had one in person, actually 2 in person.
Okay.
And I've had one was a past life regression, actually.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I had one online.
I've had about 3 or 4 different past lives. Wow, they were pretty interesting. So I'm flushing my cards right now. Are you okay if we get the birth date from you, Tammy?
Yes, it is June 23rd, 1970.
Okay, perfect. And so what kind of questions do you have, or questions do you have for us, Tammy? Go ahead.
Well, I am currently at a major crossroads in every area of my life.
Okay. And which one is? Go ahead.
And I'm feeling, pretty broken right now and cut off.
Okay.
And I'm not exactly sure what direction to go in, but
Okay.
I know that, I've raised my kids. My youngest daughter she's still kind of at home, but she'll be 24 in December.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what to do with myself now. And just stuff coming out of a relationship that actually, he was my first husband. I was married at 14.
Wow.
And by the time, yeah.
Wait. Did I hear you say that right? You were married at 14?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, are you Mormon or something like that, Tammy?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay, well, that's okay. I'm not judging. I'm just I'm just working with it. That's all. Go ahead.
And he's by the age of 17, I had been married and divorced and had 2 kids. And
wow.
He ran off with someone else and kind of abandoned us.
Okay.
And through the years, we've had different. He'd come in and out of the girls' lives and that sort of thing. And then, I guess since the last time that we were involved was like.
Got it.
Been, I guess, 20-some years ago, and we recently, almost 2 years ago, I've been involved with him, or was involved with him for the last couple of years, and he did the same thing this time that he did the first time. He pretty much, the whole experience kind of sent me into a tailspin.
Excuse me?
I said that whole experience the last couple of years.
Okay.
Kind of sent me into a tailspin.
Okay. Okay, and we hear you. We hear you. And now, Tammy, first of all, I want to ask: are you safe right now? Where you're at? Where you're living at? You're safe and secure. Everything you're okay in terms of being safe. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That's correct.
Okay, so you're in a lot of pain. So when I do the karma and cords and ties clearing, Tammy, I'm going to go ahead and plug in a clearing for pain as well. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. So I hear what you're saying. Now, Tammy, I want you to stay focused with us because we're going to try to see if we can give you some understanding and then some direction, guidelines for direction to whatever you want to do. So can you do me a favor and just take a deep breath into your nose, out through your mouth? Breathe in the golden white Christ-like energies through your nose. Breathe out all the negative energies from your body through your mouth. And then one more time, Tammy, if you can do that for me, please. Okay, how are you feeling right now?
I'm fine.
Okay, good. So, and thank you for being brave and courageous with us and allowing us to work with you on this level, Tammy. I appreciate that, and I feel you. Okay. So now, Tammy. So we're talking about career. We're talking about love life. We're talking about maybe just future. Or even are you even thinking about a place to move to as well, Tammy?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you're thinking about somewhere else to move. Okay, I hear you. So, Reverend Marietta, and right now I'm putting together your chart as we speak, Tammy. I just did the personality chart. I'm going to do the soul chart, but I'm going to let Reverend Marietta take over right now. And Reverend Marietta, what do you got for Tammy? What do you got going on for her? Go ahead.
Okay, Tammy. A few things that I'm kind of picking up around you. Okay. Definitely, right now you're definitely in not a good spot. You need to change how you look at things to get your future turned around, so that you can have a better outcome than you had all along. But you repeated yourself. You've kind of been like on a merry-go-round, round and round, and you just keep getting on the same merry-go-round. So you need to change how you're thinking. What I'd like to see you do is work more on even reading books, taking classes, whatever. Work on some positive thinking to get things straightened out. But first, you really got to know what it is you're looking for. You want to know what you want that future to look like. So what I'd like you to do when you're calm and when you can think clearly, and you can do it over a period of time, I'd like you to start making a list of what you really want to happen with your future. You know, whether it's a good relationship, a good job, whatever it is you want to do. Make a list. Then I would like you to start using either prayer or meditation and take that prayer and start out by being thankful for 2 or 3 things that you have already that are good in your life. And then take some things from your list. Not all of them at once, but just a couple at a time, and pray, thank you for sending me, say, for example, thank you for sending me someone who is, will be true to me. Thank you for sending me, a good future. Everything should be in thanking, not asking, because when you're asking, it means you don't think it's going to happen. So do everything from a thanking perspective. I would like you to really work on some positive thinking, changing those negative energies into being more positive. One of the things I sometimes suggest to people is getting a book by Esther Hicks called Ask and It Is Given. It's Esther and Jerry Hicks. Because the concepts in that will help you kind of change how you look at things in the future and kind of create a better energy for you. You've got to get that energy flowing in a more positive way. Your future you actually have a good future ahead of you, but you've got to allow it to happen. I feel that you're a turning point in your life right now. So what's happened with you is kind of going to be the change. You're coming into your own now. And everything's going to be a little different for a while, but it's going to be a good different as you start moving forward in a more positive way. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
But just start thinking about those positive things. And when you start getting that negative feeling, and then just slam the door on it, refuse to address it, and think of something positive. Anything that's positive, you follow that by, anytime you have a negative thought, follow it by a positive thought. And just pray being thankful. I think you've got a good future. I feel like you're moving into a really good future. It's not going to happen instantly. It's going to take a little work on your part to kind of get yourself out of this. So many bad things around you, so much negative energy, so much in the past, and you got to get past that. So I would take some time. I wouldn't try to jump out there and do everything all at once. Take some time to let your mind clear, your energy clear, and then start really working on where you want to go, and know that you can accomplish anything you really set your mind to. You have that kind of energy around you. And I guess I'll leave you with that.
Thank you very much, Reverend Marietta. So did you understand that, Tammy?
Yes.
Okay. So, and I agree 100% with Reverend Marietta. I'm looking at your charts, and I'm looking at your spread. I did past, present, future outcome spread of cards. And Tammy, you're going to want to take power of your life. You're going to want to take control of your life. Are you okay with that?
Yes, I am.
Tammy, I give you permission to take control of your life. I give you permission to have a life, to be alive, to breathe, to be here right now, Tammy, and just be. I give you permission to do all that. It's not hard. Really, it's not. It's just a matter of setting your mind in a mindset just to do exactly that. Sometimes it's hard to do that, but when you do it, it gets easier and easier. Tammy, let's see what I'm talking about. So, Ambika, Devi, what do you got for Tammy? Go ahead.
Hi, Tammy. When I first heard you speak, when I first felt your presence, I just felt the overwhelming sadness. And it's okay to go to that depth, because that's the full place of surrender, and that's where things turn around. So it's not unusual, and it's not something you haven't ever felt, but it's a little bit more sensitive and difficult for you this time. And it doesn't matter, unless you want to go into anything in specific, but you have a great deal of potential, so much more potential. And it's just a matter of figuring out, once I have what I want, how do I want to handle it? Sometimes that's the hang up in manifestation for people. It's okay to really feel like you're hitting the wall as long as you're physically safe. If you have to really let the emotions out, if there's a little bit more, you might want to find a way to do it. I like to scream real loud in places where it won't disturb anybody else. A good primal scream for me just really, I let it rip, and it can really clear energy. So we have to find these tools, to deal and handle our sensitivities. So I'm really empathetic about what you're feeling right now. You have so much good ideas, so many good ideas you could tap into in the unconscious mind. So I think that's why Andrew is encouraging meditation, and also Reverend
Marietta.
Marietta, thank you very much. Forgive me, Marietta. Why they're picking up on that is because it's in the moments when we come out of meditation that we get those sparks, those divine clarities and creative ideas. So it's not during meditation. So even if you meditate for a short time, as long as you get into that depth and let go for the time as much as you can, when you're coming out is when you'll get these kind of pipelines into it. Have a look at your relationship with the material world, and
Not very good.
some of it, okay, so good. First thing is in healing and recovery is admitting there's a problem. So kudos, right? And so stop blaming yourself so much, because that's the sort of thing we learn from the people who raise us. So really, if you wanted to do some kind of self-therapy, you could do some imago therapy, and do some imago, IMAGO, and the work of Harville Hendricks. He wrote a book called Getting the Love You Want. And I have a feeling if you have a look at relationships, then you'll start to see that everything's a relationship. And as you start to heal that depth inside of you, you're going to start to see everything in the exterior shift. So I believe out into the world a little further than you've ever been. Have you traveled much?
Some, but not nearly as much as I'd like to. That's what I've always wanted to do, is travel. I just would like to see the world, various places. And I haven't put forth enough energy to create the money to go.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the biggest questions I have now is, how do I find out what my gift is? I do believe that it's a person, and mine's not obvious, at least not to me. And how do I go about, finding out what my gift is?
Well, there's several ways. Whenever I'm career counseling a client, I use varied techniques. One is clear up some of that depth of the past. So I just shared some really good information that I offer to a lot of people, and I have been for decades. It works. So there you go. And then astrology can help, looking at 10th house and 6th house and 5th house, so you can see where your creativity is, and career potentials, the midheaven, and how you're going out in the world. So maybe, and then also some straight up career counseling. Do Myers-Briggs. Take a Myers-Briggs test. You can do it online. Find out your code. Learn all kinds of things about it. Look up what's the best career for an INFJ. And then that's just a random set of letters. Because the codes are in 4-letter codes. What are fictional characters based on INFJ, and get to know yourself a little bit better. Sometimes when we head into a career, we're listening to other people. They're seeing qualities in us, and they're encouraging us to do things. And it sounds good, and we want to please them, so we take their advice and get on that path, and then it just doesn't fit. So don't blame yourself. You know, it's all part of evolution and the path forward. This coming week, in just a week's time, I believe that you're going to have a lot more clarity. So maybe just having this conversation tonight with us is a necessary stimuli to kind of get the energy moving. So watch your dreams the next few nights too. Do you, you know, I think you're frustrated because you wanted to move, you thought you had to move, and everything is a massive wake-up call. If you feel like you're under that, you are. And what is a wake-up call? You know, it's awakening parts of ourselves that have been dormant or asleep, right?
Right.
So, what else have you been neglecting in yourself? But you can't, you know, you can't loop it around to that creative side until you clear out what's hurting. You have no choice. So you have to make the choice to clean it up. Do you have any more questions?
No, I don't.
Now, I do. I have one more question for you. So where you're living right now?
Right now, I am staying at my daughter's. I give up my house and my job, and I moved in with my ex. And I got a new job, and I was there about 2.5 months, and we were on vacation in St. Augustine, and we drove 12 hours home, and then we got up the next morning and drove 11 hours to see his ex-wife, and he texted me to leave. So now I'm at my daughter's.
Wow.
But since then, you know, he's jerked me around a few times, and I let him. Called crying and begging and whatever, and
Tammy,
you know,
Tammy,
and all that other junk.
Tammy, I'm gonna say this. He's jerked you around much more than a few times. Is that correct? Quite a few times. Is that correct?
Yes.
I know. I feel his energy.
I really think the Imago, get a hold of the book, Getting the Love You Want, and do the journaling exercises in the back. Read a chapter at a time and then go do the journaling exercise. It'll change your life for the better. It'll accelerate your learning process and curve in this matter. It's patterns you learn from the people that raised you. So even looking at that will help. And let yourself feel the feelings. I mean, you were hurt, you were slighted. It's okay to feel your feelings and let them out so that you can move forward. You know, the rain cleanses, right? Sometimes there has to be a hurricane.
That's right.
Cleans up the air, like, you know, and then there's just quiet after it, right? And then clarity. Amazing. So sometimes we have to weather the storm.
And thank you very much, Ambika, Devi. I appreciate that. Now, Tammy, this is what I'm gonna say. Just like Ambika Devi is saying, there's some homework. There's some stuff that you're gonna want to clear away between now and March of next year. Okay, it's still several weeks, but there's some stuff, some muck that you're going to want to cleanse and clear between now and March of next year, so that will prepare you for a journey. You're getting ready to go on a journey in March, April, May, somewhere around then. There's a guy that you're gonna be meeting. Looks like he's got a goatee or a beard and mustache, brownish hair down to his shoulders. That doesn't describe your ex, does it?
No, it's not.
Okay, so it's another guy. So you're gonna be meeting someone else, Tammy, and you're gonna go on a journey with this person. Probably again March, April, May, and then you're gonna go through some shifting around. You're gonna get some opportunities. You're gonna be invited to let me see, to do some kind of a project or something of the sort in summer of next year. Okay, and whatever that is, it's gonna be a big opportunity. That's what it seems like. Not huge, but big opportunity. And then what's gonna happen is that's gonna lead to you're going through some training in August, September, October of next year, which is going to be helpful and instrumental in helping you get your feet on the ground, getting yourself together, getting yourself financially in a good situation or direction. Does that make sense to you, Tammy? Okay, now Tammy, believe it or not, do you pray and meditate?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. Do you meditate?
I do, but not enough.
Again, it is what it is, and that's okay wherever you're at. So, but what I'm saying to you is you're going to want to become more focused with what's going on with you, Tammy. Tammy, I give you permission to take care of yourself and be in your power. Okay, it's going to be very important for you to really focus for the next several weeks, literally, for the next several weeks. And then that's going to lead to this I don't know, a week or whatever journey that you're going to go on, and then that's going to lead to some opportunities coming up in the summer, and then that's going to lead to you getting some training for a new career or new job or something. That's going to be very helpful for you. Okay? Go ahead.
That sounds good.
Okay? I'm looking at my cards, but again, the pain is going to be inflicted before March. So you're gonna, and I don't know how painful it's going to be, but it doesn't have to be painful at all. Period. Okay, if you focus on you, do your prayers, do your meditation, and the other thing is, do you do hatha yoga or do you walk or anything like that?
I walk sometimes. I
Okay.
don't do yoga.
Now I know you say sometimes, but Tammy, either doing yoga regularly, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times a week or whatever, and walking 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times a week or whatever, it's going to be very important right now. It's very important that you take care of you, Tammy, because your body is your wealth. Your health is your wealth, right?
Right.
So take care of you, and the rest will take care of itself. When people, I run into people that are in Aquarius influence, and typically a lot of them are codependent. And the way that I know how to stay away from the codependency is if people are taking care of themselves. If people are making an effort to take care of themselves and make adjustments and make something work or be progressive on their own, then that tells me where they're at with their codependency. And I'm not saying you're codependent, because I don't see a lot of Aquarius in your chart. There's like two. I think you have a tendency to maybe lean that way at times, but Tammy, again, empower yourself. Again, I give you permission take your power and go with it and run like the wind, right? Run. But it's like that. It's like that. And you are there. Let me see. Where was it? I seen somewhere where oh, here it is. Beginning of a new adventure, enthusiasm, initiate a new school or job. Again, there's another card that's saying you're going to get some more training. So that's reinforced by another card that's in the spread. So again, it's all going to happen. So as long as you agree and commit to taking care of you, Tammy. Okay, does that make sense to you?
Okay.
As long as you do that, I can almost guarantee you 100% or your money back. Yeah, what money, right? But or your money back. But that you're going to be fine. Yeah, everything's going to be fine. Just fear gets the best of people so much, and it doesn't have to. If people just focus, they do their prayers, their meditations, their regiments every day, yoga, walking, running, whatever. Then that as long as they stay focused, then everything just seems to all the crap that comes their way just seems to melt away and flow and just keep going. It doesn't even faze you. It's literally like that. It just melts away, Tammy. All the fear, all the stuff that sends that fear your way, it just melts away, literally. It's just like that. Now, the only other thing that I would recommend that you might want to look at is Tantra, or even Pilates. Have you ever done Pilates, or both?
I have done very minimal Pilates.
Okay.
But I have done a little. I like it. I'd like to get back into that.
Any of those areas would be helpful to helping your body. Right now, it's really important that you take care of your health, Tammy, because that's what's going to get you through for the next part of your lesson plan. Does that make sense to you? Now, Tammy, just like with Jennifer, I did your soul chart as well. I took the liberty to do it, and you have 3 planets in Sagittarius. So that tells me that probably June of 2016 must have been very stressful for you as well. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. And so this year has been hell. I can almost imagine. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So, Tammy, that whole lesson plan ends December 21st of this year. So whatever you're gonna do, have fun on the holiday season, Christmas and New Year's. Have fun. I can't say any other way, Tammy. Have fun, okay? Get wild, get crazy, have fun, okay? It's like that. I kid you not. This holiday season, because New Year's is gonna be fun, a fun adventure for you. Now,
great.
Now, have you ever heard of the 7-year itch, Tammy?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is what I understand about the 7-year itch, and it applies to relationships. Either one partner or the other partner has a particular sign in their chart, or both, and then they start arguing, and I attribute the 7-year itch to the planet Uranus, planet of freedom and rebellion. The freer it becomes, the less it rebels. And it goes from one sign to the next every 7 years, literally. So literally, as soon as the Uranus goes into the next sign, the very next day, I kid you not, that couple stops arguing like no tomorrow. They're like peaceful and calm. It's just like that. So you're getting ready to go through a 7-year itch, Tammy. So you got between now and May, and you're going to want to write this down, May 16, 2018, Uranus is going to go into Taurus. It's been in Aries for 6.5, almost 7 years, and it's going to go into Taurus in May 16, 2018. When that happens, your 7-year itch will kick in. The middle of that is going to be May 2022. You might want to write that down. And then also March 2023. You might want to write that down. So those are going to be very intense periods of time for you. And they don't have to get the best of you, and you can make them work for you and make them and use benefit from them instead of letting them beat you up. Okay, so those time frames are maybe you might want to plan a retreat in May or June. Maybe you might want to do something, a hiking expedition or whatever. But you're going to want to kind of just help with help that transition process by doing something that will cushion what energy and ease it into your system rather than just throw it into your system. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So now your destiny planet, it's the same for both your charts, Tammy. It's in Pisces, retrograde for both charts, which means your destiny has to do with working in confined areas. Are you well, it has to do with working in confined areas, hospitals, prison systems, jail systems. It has to do with the clergy, the clergy. I don't know if you thought about being a reverend or being a minister or being a nun, but those are areas that you might want to consider. The other thing that you also working with drug addicts or alcoholics is another area that could be a great benefit for you. In rehab areas or whatever, maybe getting yourself into those areas. As long as you don't get caught up in those habs, you'll be fine, right? You don't get caught up in those addictions yourself, you'll be fine. So now, and you know what? Have you thought about working in a jail system or sheriff or something like that?
Actually, I haven't.
You haven't. As long as your background is good, I don't see any reason why not. It could actually be very healing for you, for them. The other things that you could do that might be helpful would be working as a teacher or a mentor. So those are areas, and those are all areas that actually you rebel against. Believe it or not, you don't really want to do them because you just rebel against them. But those are also areas that would be really instrumental in helping you overcome those parts of you, and that's what you want to do. Overcome that stuff. Now, do you have plants or crystals in your place, Tammy?
I don't. I would like some, but I do not have any.
Yeah, wherever your living quarters are, you might want to bring in at least one, but if not two or three plants, maybe ivies or something like that. Put them hanging up on the ceiling or something. And then, do you have quartz crystal or amethyst crystals?
I don't.
I would suggest.
I do have some plants. There are some plants here.
Okay, good.
I just surround myself with plants.
Okay, good.
I don't need crystal or quartz.
The other thing that you might want to do is take some crystals. They can be small crystals. They don't have to be big, and put them in all corners of your room, wherever you sleep at.
Okay.
And that should help shift the energies. Even that will help shift the energies. Now, one other thing that I'd like to recommend that you do, and you do this even tonight, Tammy. I would recommend you either tonight or tomorrow. Write again, just like with Jennifer. Write this ex a letter. Write the letter. Do the deed. Tell them everything. I like this. I don't like that. My intentions with you are to just be friends. Blah blah blah. Whatever. And from now on, whenever we talk, it has to be under the guise of right, healthy relationships, and that's it. You can't come over, or you can only come over once a month, but whatever, blah, blah, blah. You write the contract, you make the agreement between you and the universe. Nobody sees this letter, and then you offer it up to the universe. Universe, I offer this up in blessing, thank you very much, amen, and you burn it and let it go. And again, you can put in time frames. Within the next 3 months, I don't want you to come over because I'm busy. I have things to do, blah, 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 whatever you want to put in. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Now, Tammy, tell me this. Did you get an abortion?
No, I did not.
Never?
I had a miscarriage.
Oh, it was a miscarriage.
Never.
Okay. So, Tammy.
I've had 4 pregnancies.
Okay. And you have how many kids?
3.
3. So you had one
I had a
miscarriage.
miscarriage at 15 weeks. Mm-hmm.
So you might want to write this individual a letter as well, Tammy, because it will help clear the air for you. And that individual may still be sticking to you or hanging on to you. Okay. And so once you write this letter to this individual, this person, and again, you can put boundaries. You know, I love you very much. I apologize that you didn't, come and visit, blah blah blah, whatever. And then burn the letter and let it go. And then bless the child, and may you be blessed on your path. Amen. And thanks for your presence. Amen. Whatever. But it's like that. So
It's a very difficult time for me.
I hear
when
you.
I miscarried.
And
The doctor, the way he explained it to me was that there was something wrong, that the baby never actually formed, that it started to form and fell into a clump of cells. I don't know. I didn't really understand it at the time. But
well, either way, there was still a soul in that baby, Tammy. I'm almost sure of it. And I would just write the letter and let him go. I don't know. I'm getting female and male energy, but anyhow, let that person go.
well, my oldest daughter, her first baby was stillborn, and I was privileged to be able to bath him and everything at the hospital.
Oh wow.
I was the one that walked him down to the morgue. It was very difficult. And he was beautiful. He was, she was like 38 weeks pregnant, and a biblical cord was wrapped around his neck and
Wow.
hands like 5 times.
Yeah, that happened to my nephew as well, and he did. He almost died, but I was there with my sister, and I knew I had to be there because I didn't trust anybody. And sure enough, the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck, and the buzzers went off, and I said, "Hey, you guys need to get in there, take care of this, because there's something wrong. It's not right." And they did, and they gave her a C-section, and he's been fine. In fact, he just got married a few months ago. So I'm happy that I was able to help him out. So Tammy, now this is what you might want to tell your daughter for her to do the exact same thing. You don't have to show each other the letters, but write these individuals letters and burn them and let them go and bless them on their way so that they can move on. Because otherwise, what could and may and probably will happen is that you will continue this whole thing will continue into other generations. And now your daughter had a boy, is that correct?
That's correct.
Now remember back in the day, 2,000 years ago or whatever, when they said the Pharaoh goes, well, everybody that does not have the blood of the lamb over their door will forfeit their first son. Their first son will die. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
I believe, Tammy, that curse is still active today. Believe it or not. I kid you not.
Oh.
So if I was you, I would go and buy some lamb meat, some lamb chops or whatever, and take whatever blood that's in there and put a cross over your front door or your back door or any other doors on your house or apartment or whatever. I would strongly recommend that.
I'll do that.
Okay? So it's like that. Now again, springtime, there's going to be this guy that's going to be coming into your life. I don't know. You might just be friends. But you guys are going to probably go, either we'll meet him on this vacation or you will both be going on vacation with each other. Okay? And again, the prayers, the meditations, the keeping your body in health for the next several weeks, especially for the next several weeks, because there's some garbage that's coming down the pike for the next several weeks, Tammy. So you're going to want to be in your power so you can deal with those in a good, healthy way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then you're going to start training for a new job, a new career, and it's probably going to start in fall of next year. All those things. So are you okay with the reading that we gave you, Tammy?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. So now I want to do, if you guys are okay, I want to do a clearing with you guys, a cords and ties clearing, a karma clearing, and also, especially for you, Tammy, a pain, a clearing of pain. And then the second program that I want to do is an alignment with your soul. Are you okay with that, Tammy?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So everybody that wants to participate in this programming, if you want, first of all, take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe in the golden white Christ light energies through your nose. Breathe out all the negative energies from your body through your mouth. And one more time. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, now, to symbolize that you're accepting this gift that I'm going to offer, this gift that I'm offering you right now, and this also applies to all those that will be listening to this in the future, after the fact. To let the universe know that you're accepting of these gifts, put either one hand on your heart or put one hand on your lap facing up for receiving. Okay, so I'm going to be quiet for about a minute or two. I'm going to do the programming for the first one, and then I'll come back, and then I'll do the second program as well. Okay? You ready, Tammy? Okay, here we go. Tammy, did you pick up anything from that? Did you feel anything from that?
Yes, I did.
What did you feel?
Felt more peaceful.
More lighter, more peaceful?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Jennifer, did you feel anything from that?
Thank you.
Okay. And then Ambika, did you feel anything from that?
Yes, I absolutely did. I could definitely feel energy in my hand.
In your what?
In my hand, my upturned hand.
Right.
I could feel energy in my hand.
Oh yeah, now we can hear you. Good. Okay. And Reverend Marietta, did you feel anything from that?
It just kind of took me away. I went somewhere else.
You're spacing out on us again, huh, Reverend Marietta?
A little bit.
Okay, good. So, and what I picked up was just some clearing. It wasn't like huge, like in a huge way, but there was definitely some adjustment going on. Some entities, like at least one or two or three of them, flying out the door, and then just like dust or something flying out the door. So now the final phase of what of this show, I want to do an alignment. I'm going to align you with your souls. And if you guys are, again, take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and put one hand on your heart, and again, for all those listening to this in the future, put one hand on your heart or one hand on your lap facing up for receiving. And that's signifying to the universe that you're accepting of this gift. Again, I'm going to be quiet for 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll come back and finish this up. Here we go. Tammy, did you feel anything from that?
That kind of made me feel a little lightheaded.
Oh, really? Yeah, there was some being that did not want to go. He didn't want to. I don't know if it was him or her, but I think it was him. But he did not want to leave. He reminded me of the Dr. Seuss from Cat in the Hat or whatever. It was kind of weird. But, okay. Jennifer, did you feel anything from that? We can't hear you.
Oh, I think I just felt I'm just relaxed.
Just relax. Okay. Okay. No major adjustment. Just relax. Okay. Good. Ambika.
I felt just a lightness on that one. I felt more physical sensation the first go round.
Got it. But just more lightheaded. Is that what I hear you saying?
No, lightness.
Oh,
just
yeah, lightness.
Like
Overall.
Very thin, energy, like light energy.
Got it. And then Reverend Marietta, go ahead.
I was feeling kind of strange.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just a different kind of feeling, yeah.
Okay. So, and I've been working with these. Now, one of the things that I've been working with and doing alignments with, and some of the stuff is diabetes, obesity, and also, again, pain, and also cancer and AIDS. I did a clearing on diabetes on myself and my family. Wow, that was like out of this world. That was really powerful. So that was interesting. But anyhow, I want to thank all of you for stopping by and sharing with us. Reverend Marietta, Ambika, Devi, Tammy, and Jennifer. I want to thank all of you for stopping by. And any other questions, Jennifer, Tammy?
No, I don't think so.
You okay? Everything's good? You're all good? It's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, but can I have one question for Tammy?
Oh, are you okay with that, Tammy?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead, Jennifer.
I recently went through major breakthrough the last 12 months learning about the subject of narcissism. It's a personality disorder, and it's a pretty big thing that's going on here in America and the world, but it sounds like your ex had some similar behaviors, and I don't know, like, if you would like to watch YouTube, but I have a smartphone where I can watch YouTube videos in my bed, and I watch hours and hours and hours learning all about this because I was being played like I think I have like codependent tendencies, and I know codependents and narcissists get along really. I mean, it's not a happy dance, but they dance really well together. And I'm just telling you, I did so much healing learning about this, and there's a lot of great videos, and the more you learn about the technique or their tactics, their manipulation tactics, and things like that these people do, the more you learn about it, the more empowered you become, and you don't get sucked in so easily. And I feel like you would benefit from that.
Does that make sense to you, Tammy?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I do know that he's somewhat narcissistic. He's an Aquarius, and our signs are really not that compatible.
Well, both of you,
I
Tammy, both of you do have Aquarius in your charts as well, believe it or not.
Yeah, my mother is also an Aquarius.
Yeah.
And she's getting ready to have surgery, and I've got to go and be with her. I've got several appointments to go on for her, but she'll probably have her surgery before Christmas this year.
Wow.
She has to have part of her colon removed and a hernia removed from her stomach, and
Oh, wow.
Mom will be 75 in January. And so there's just been a lot of different things going on with me lately, and Mom, you know, she's kind of overbearing in ways, and I don't know, our family is just dysfunctional. Have some siblings and things, like my younger brother's in prison, and Mom, that's her only child. She has 6, but he's really her only child, and he has really done a lot of, he mistreated me a lot when we were younger. A lot of crazy things happened, and I think he's bipolar. He's not really been diagnosed. But I struggle being around her because she speaks of him all the time, and I had a sort of a falling out years ago, and I just don't want that part of my life, all that craziness all the time. So
there you go. So Tammy, you have permission to go clear all that craziness out of your life. How's that?
Thank you. I have been for years.
Well, that's good.
I have been. I just want peace.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Thank you, Tammy, for you're both being brave and being courageous and coming on our show tonight. I don't think it's a huge thing for myself personally, but you know, sometimes it takes some courage to you know, be out there in the public. So, thank all of you for this.
Thank you, everybody.
Veterans Day weekend. To all your veterans out there, have a nice, blessed weekend. And think all you be safe if you're going to be driving around. Have a God-Goddess weekend. Be the love that you are, always have been, and always will be. Aloha.
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 This session is no longer being recorded.